Hello, and welcome to Gander In Banished Part 2. My mum's out this second. I don't know how much longer for though. So this could be a short episode. Anyways, I've just got to check this thing's recording, otherwise this will be a pointless exercise. And yes, it's recording, so that's okay. Right, so I thought, well, we'd just do Banished again for now because it's quicker than anything else, and you can stop it any time without like causing massive cliffhangers. Not that I don't think there's gonna be much tension as such. Right, so as we approach the town of Burtis once again to lead our peoples to glory. Right, so it's autumn and we've got Jonetta has replaced someone as the Buddha. I can't even read that for you, but oh well. Right, so all this is going on. Oh, what? Is that a glitch? That is dead weird. I press play and then everything gets covered in snow. These pumpkins are just going to start dying now. At 0 degrees Celsius. But they'll get them in, hopefully. Most of them. That is quite bad, that really. It's only autumn. I suppose unexpected events does, you know, provoke unexpected events, such as snow. So, what can we do in terms of food since this winter is going to be a long and harsh one? Fishing dock, y'all. Obviously. Nah, there's a lot of controversy around the fishing dock in this game. But we'll try and avoid that for now. It is a supposedly pointless thing to have unless it is winter, because it produces so little food, and the fishermen's efforts are seemingly wasted. Right, there we go. I don't know what's already building. 1 of 4, so something must be building. Oh, the orchard in it, something like that. It's probably not a good idea to just dive straight into another episode like this, but oh well, we're doing it. We're not doing too bad for food to say we've only got a few peeps. I don't think these kids are going to be too old yet, so it doesn't matter. Well, we're going to need to do it in the next year or so. I hope these people actually age in years and not actual shorter than that, if you get me. The game mechanics are so proper, you know what I mean? But yeah, anyways. I'm sure you can hear that smacking up a rock sound. But yeah. So, our old Beatrice, it's probably not called Beatrice, but oh well, running round. Oh, I could speed this up, can't I, instead of just talking about crap. Oh, and I can actually remove these farmers. And I can build stuff while it's winter, because they're doing fuck all otherwise. I'm not sure about the quality of the videos yet. They're obviously pretty bad, but I tried using different encoders and stuff, and that just made things 10 times worse, so open broadcaster as it is the way to go, because, you know, this doesn't look too bad. When I tried changing shit, it looked like, you know, some kind of low resolution JPEG that's been smeared like every 3 seconds or so, you know. And there we are, we've got this fishing dock built, so we can use some of these farmers to get some fish, and because there's a wider variety of food, people will be healthier and happier. So when like the flu breaks out or something, we'll be a little more resilient. There is a problem that if you have too many, oh shit, don't want to be going that fast. If you have too many fisheries, then the supposed fish stock goes down, because that's all worked out in this game as well. But I think one fishery isn't going to change it very much, and it has been knocking around a few years. And just to be extra careful, we can go like that and press this, and we can check the output. We can check the output for this as well. That's not bad, 2,156, we don't need that much. 46 fish already is pretty quick, but I don't usually play on times 5 speed, but yeah. It's on the early winters, so that is actually... I'm sure there's a mod that's affecting us as well, but that is actually pretty decent. Each person consumes 100 food a year, and say we've got 20 people, if I'm counting correctly, then we'll be alright. Well, that's saying we're not, but there's food in... What people do is they take food out of storage, say like the barn, and take it to their houses and store it there, like that. And that isn't actually counted as your food store. So yeah. Well, what's happening here? Logs and stones, oh shit. Yeah. Now we've got well, we could probably just put a stockpile there to see, you know, like it's taking up that space. Even though that's a very small stockpile. Probably build another house for these fellas too. And one of these houses which would actually, you can stack an house on top of each other with this. Oh, I wait, don't let me. There's a field there, that's why. That just oh, sort something out in a bit then. You've got to be careful with this, because you see it's got 3 rows, but for you to build another house you actually use 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Because I built it just thinking, you know, like you see the little the wooden fence. I thought that the second house was fitting there, but it actually goes over that as well. I think, like the second house is like this. But yeah, so it's 5, but I don't know, it doesn't matter if you counted it wrong, because we've got stuff we can put in the small gaps anyways. And I've made that already, so yeah, stop whining about logs and stones. Firewood, billies, fuel limit. That's 8,500, that'll do. Tool's good. Let's speed this up a bit again. So, this fishery quite clearly has a radius, and it's going to be there all the time. I've got this up. They're actually catching fish pretty quick. We'll be lucky if it gets -8 degrees this bleeding winter. As I'm sure you know, Hurricane Gabriel or whatever it is, I hope that's an angel, Hurricane Abigail or something like that, I'm chopping now. It's not an hurricane either, it's a storm, you blooming idiot. That's raging right now in Britain. I think it's past now, I've been not in it. My mum had me take me coat to college, but you know. I did stop in like the middle of the path to put it on at one point. Because I've been bungling out the door with it, but yeah. Pretty decent. Early spring, that shit. Right. So, we have got about I don't know how many people, but we've got quite a lot to be working around now. So we reduce the number of peeps there, and if we work this field, these should manage to get this field all planted out, and when they finish that they can move on to this field here, and we'll start growing like whatever else we've got to grow, like dripping potatoes or whatever. Right. Hey, the snow's gone now. I'm not sure how long this is going to be. I've just got my phone out to try and record it. Not record it. This is to record how much time. So, some epic reflections on the lake. See, they've gotten through this field pretty quick. I think I said last time that they do it from bottom to top. And they'll always do it that way around, no matter what the orientation of the field is. Do it in orchards as well, but there's your. What I'll do is I'll plant the orchard next winter when no one's doing anything, and then all the trees will be ready and growing. It'll take about 2 years to grow, and then yeah, that adds to the variety of foods. And then when you've got enough food, you can just start mining stuff out, building like tools, and then you can trade tools at the trade and get like chickens and shit. And yeah, as some of you know, I have chickens in real life, but they're not been laying. The bastards. Let's just say we have chickens, but so, house is coming along. Got to build that for a while. Nice wooden design. Pretty sure that well's not put out any fires yet, but hopefully there won't be any fires. Because God knows what happens if a barn sets on fire. Bloody Jesus. So that winter we had 288 fish, which is enough to feed almost 3 people. Which is quite a lot of people out of 20. Right, these guys have always done, almost done with the field, I think. And yeah, almost. Slow this down. And that's it, we're done. And it's late spring, so whatever we grow in this field is probably not going to be very much, but it doesn't matter. Hopefully the winter won't come too early this year, and we'll be okay. You can always take out people from places to get this shit running. But yeah, we don't need to build anymore, so we'll probably put the amount of farmers and those people. Now we probably don't need any labourers, because in reality these guys that are not putting out more wood are going to be running around as labourers anyways. So, you know, pretty decent. Now I've just got to think what to build next. I think we're going to have to do some forest conservation, because as we all know, deforestation is largely largely unsustainable. What was this actually? Well, it doesn't have a radius on it. It's meant to have a radius on it. If you haven't got a radius on it, you're all in big trouble. What's it say? Used to define an area as... Yeah, this is the one, but it hasn't got a... Oh, it has got a radius. It's massive. Well, I don't want him replanting trees where we're going to build. Oh well. This thing is actually huge. Have I got a mod that updates the radius? Well, we've got to think where to put. We've got to think where we're going to put this. It needs to be somewhere appropriate, really. I suppose if we go down here, really, next to the, because we can have a sawmill down here later on that gives us the water. Yeah, we'll stockpile there. In a normal game, the areas around the forestries are actually much smaller, but we'll not. Well, yeah, if you're playing the base game, which I don't many of you are, unless I've got a well-known audience. So yeah, but yeah. The base game doesn't, well, obviously the base game is not going to look like this, because what you're seeing is pretty capped, to be honest. But what I can see is much more vivid colours than what are present in the base game, because I have a visual enhancement mod which changes the look of the world as the seasons go by, much like in real life. And there was recently a scientific study or something that said that we perceive light differently in different seasons, which is, well, the natural world does look different in the different seasons, and it does, you know, that it does in Banished. Yeah. I think we'll get this forestry done. Well, no, we can play a year. We can play till the end of the year, right? And then that should finish this episode. And then we'll do something else or something. It's early summer, but these guys are still planting out. These plants grow pretty quickly, so the pumpkins do anyways. I think they're an early crop, but they grow pretty quickly anyway, so it doesn't really matter if you start planting in summer, because there will be some yield by the time it's winter, and if you're very lucky, then it doesn't snow in autumn like last time. We got 26 degrees, which is not what you get in Britain very often, as we all know. If you're wondering what that strange rackety noises is me swinging my lanyard about, is seemingly laying on the floor next to me, which I've obviously picked up. And these guys have almost finished this field as well, which is decent. And there we have it, finished. You can tell they're finished because they start hoeing the ground randomly. And I better pause naturally while I change what these are doing. Yeah. Right. So now, much like winter, in the intermission period, even though I think that might be done soon, this pumpkin field. In the intermission period we can go fish, or do some other bollocky thing like build, which we've got. I've taken some builders off, so that's why this is a building, but the labourers had placed the materials, which is why you can see that the foundations have been placed. So the labourers brought the wood and bricks and stuff there, but yeah. Fishery. Oh, we could actually plant the orchard, that would be a nice idea really. And then we can do the fishing in the winter. Drag that here. We'll be able to see what fruits we've got as well. Apple. Bloody Jesus. Nothing wrong with apples. That could have caused some controversy. We'll be harvesting these in no time anyways. We're going to have a dodgy orchard if we're not careful. Yeah, we're probably going to have a dodgy orchard. That could be interesting. You can use stone parts now because we're like got an advanced civilization by now. Oh, forestry is ready. Well, I just try and click on there, we can set them to cut and plant trees. Cut and plant trees, cut and plant trees. Oh, they're getting through that fine, halfway through it already. But yield, you see that one, the percentages drops up. We are running pretty low on food as well, but I'm not worried about that. Yeah, they're going to finish that. Fingers crossed. Temperature's okay. It's gone up, look. It's... oh shit, it's up. Right. Let's pause. Right. How are we going to do this then? We're going to leave... probably... oh shit. Probably just leave like... one on this field. And then we'll... hang on a minute, I didn't do the right field, didn't I? No, that is the pumpkin field. We'll leave 5 on this field, and then we're going to leave 1 on this field. So that way, someone's still planting the trees, but we're getting this harvest in as well. Oh, there we go. I hope I didn't just mess everything up by doing something wrong. But yeah, when it gets to winter, that'll be the end of this episode for this week. It's not a very good idea to advertise the end of your video while it's still ongoing, but deserve a food is slow. The citizens of Bertis have little time to collect their harvest before their citizens start to starve. And I think on that note we are going to leave it right there. I will see you next time, bros, and something that rhymes with that. See you soon.